Hi everyone, it's been a long time since I've done a video, and I guess because it's New Year's Eve here I've been watching YouTube because I'm off on holiday, and I thought, I know, I'll make a video. So it's probably been, I've lost around my tummy, blah blah blah, good boob shot there. But it was just everywhere, the bum droops, the hips droop, yeah. That's all good, nothing a bit of lycra can't fix. And I've been watching lots and lots of YouTube lately with learning new ways to apply makeup so that concealer and different applications will hide a lot of the a lot of the loose skin. It's actually not until you get really up close you can see how my lines have really come up. I had the droopy eyes before, the big bags under my eyes, but now with the weight loss they seem to be more prominent, and I've got all these things here that used to be filled out, and of course my neck. I've actually got a neck now, and yeah, see, just, yeah, it was never like that before, and that was actually quite hard to deal with at first because that all happened within a matter of like 6 weeks. One minute I had a neck that looked quite normal even though it was bigger, and the next thing I ended up with this. So yeah, got over that pretty quickly. I decided it was a lot better now that I could get down and up off the floor with my grandchildren, which was what I wanted to achieve. Not that I ever would go running, but I put Georgia on a flying fox about 4 or 5 months ago now, and I ran beside her, and it's the first time I've actually, jog, first time I've jogged in years, and I was actually quite surprised how I was able to do that. Granted, it was probably only about 40 metres, but I was actually able to do it, whereas before I could never have done that. Got a lot more energy now. I just keep pumping my vitamins every day. I'm still struggling trying to get the amount of water in that we're supposed to get in, but with summer here it's not so bad. I've always got a water bottle at the ready. There are certain things now I can't eat, not because I don't want to, but because literally I can't eat them. I cannot eat potato very successfully, bread, nah, pastry, pies, anything with watery doughy substance I can't eat. But having said I can't eat bread, if we've got a multi-grain bread, a thick one, I can actually toast that, let that crisp right up, and I'm able to eat that with a bit of avocado or something on top. But it's got to be quite dry, like a cracker type substance. I don't eat red meat anymore. I can have a little wee bit if we're having an Asian meal. I think that's because I only little tiny wee bits and they're quite marinated, so I can have a little wee bit, but I usually just stick to fish, prawns, shrimps, a little bit of red salmon. That's what I would eat on a daily basis. Got to have lots and lots of protein after having a gastric bypass. It's been a mission trying to get my head around the fact that I don't eat my vegetables first and my protein last, which is something I used to do. Now I've got to eat my protein first, then my vegetables. I can't eat rice or pasta, which isn't a bad thing because it's a good portion of food there, like the red meats and the bread and the potatoes is a good reason how I got to where I ended up in the first place, and buggered if I want to do that again. So yeah, whole new way of eating now. I was going through a phase there where I was having yogurt for breakfast and a little bit of cereal. Now I seem to have gone off that, and I'm happier just to have a little bit of baked beans and a poached egg in the morning. Sometimes I just have a shake, a protein shake. Lunches are pretty much salad and a bit of protein, and nighttime meals, protein and vegetables. There's not very much else. Oh yes, of course I can't have fizzy drink of any sort. You can't have a lot of sugar either. I found that if you were to eat sugar, like if you were trying to eat, I'm trying to think of something, a chocolate bar. Here in New Zealand we have crunchy bars or Moro bars. If I was trying to eat one of those, I would get the dumping syndrome. And for me, I get really bad heart palpitations. My heart starts to race. I get a bit of a sore stomach on the right-hand side, and I have to go and lie down for 10 minutes. I actually feel quite sick with it, so it's not something I want to do again, so therefore I just avoid it. If I'm going to have a bit of chocolate or something, I might just have a mouthful, and that's quite sufficient. Yeah, and of course no alcohol. The sweetness of the alcohol, I guess, too, but because you've only got such a small tummy, you wouldn't be able to hold much. I'd probably only have half a glass of wine, and that'd be me. I'd be totally fucked for the rest of the night or the day whenever I chose to drink it. Yeah, so enough about that. Family life is great. Still have the 2 granddaughters. No more grandchildren have come along in the last year or so since I've made a video. April's 8 and Georgia's 5 on the end of February, or February the 23rd, and then she'll be off to school. She's really looking forward to that, and I think all of us are really, because she's quite ready to go to school, because she's started off at daycare as a little wee baby fish in the big sea, and now she's one of the big fish, and she just needs to get out of that bowl and into the pond of school. Yes, our car is still coming along, the Tirana. It's still a project in the making. It's nearly ready to bring home. We've had paint jobs done, motor put in, exhaust built. That's cool. And the week before Christmas we bought a camper van, and this summer we are going to be doing lots of road trips, and I would like to see the rest of the North Island, parts I've never ever been to, parts I've never seen. There are parts that Chris has been to that I haven't, parts that I've been to that he hasn't, so, as well as parts that we both haven't been to. So I'm looking forward to that. I'll take the video camera with me and take you guys along with us along the way for our travels. We went away and spent the night at a place 2 hours away from where we live in Wellington, a little wee place called Hamatangi. And if you're driving along the main motorway, you'd never know it was there. You just see a sign saying Hamatangi Beach, and that's exactly what it is. It's full of little beaches, a wonderful general store, a cosy club, and it was just amazing. It was an amazing experience. We met some lovely people, learnt a lot about camping, freedom camping, what to look for, what not to do, what to do. I only stuffed up on a couple of things, like I went and had a shower in the toilet block, in the bathroom block. I'd forgotten to take my towel with me. I just got out of the shower and realised, oh shit, no towel. So I had to put my dress back on. It's soaking wet. Oh, never mind. There was something else I'd forgotten as well. but apart from that, yeah, it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed our first night away in the camper van. So we then spent another night away down at the Rimataka Forest Park, which I hope to be heading back off there again soon, because it's New Year's Eve here, and we're going to go down and camp with my youngest son and his wife and Georgia and April and some other friends. There's a whole group of us going down there, going to be there for New Year's. So I will hopefully be able to take some footage if I remember to. I'll charge this up anyway in the camper. And then I can take you for a tour around our camper van as well. After that, I think we're having a couple of days down there, then we're coming back. Then on the weekend we've got the drag racing in Masterton, because Timmy's racing again, and we will be staying there for 2 nights, Friday night and Saturday night, coming home, packing up again, and then heading north. Not sure if the grandchildren are coming with me or with us, or whether or not they're staying, or who's coming, who's going. Haven't quite decided that far yet, but I want to get away because it's my break time. I don't have to go back to work till the 12th of January, so I'm really enjoying my time off. So I've had all this time to look at YouTube, catch up on a lot of videos, find new channels, learn new things. One of the things that I've taken a huge interest in has been makeup and applying makeup with my skin dropping the way it's dropped. I've had to learn basically I've had to change my whole makeup kit and change all my products over to products for more mature skin, and learn different ways of applying the makeup as well. So I've been spending days and days and days on my computer. It's been really good because sometimes it's just a bit too hot to be outside, so it's quite nice with the air conditioning on in this hot weather, and just sitting back with my cold bottle of water and watching YouTube. I've met some really cool people, and learned a lot as well. So what will next year bring? Big question. Next year, 2015. Hopefully, another great fulfilling year with the family. There's nothing I really have in mind that I'd really like to achieve. I think I've done that now with my weight loss. And part of with me losing my weight, when I got down to my size 14, I went out and bought a new pair of togs, swimming togs, and I now go to the swimming pool 3 to 4 times a week, and I do aqua jogging. And even though I'm having a break at the moment, through Christmas and New Year, of course I'll get back into it when I come back from holiday, and especially when I go back to work. It's been really cool going. I've met lots of lovely people there too, strengthening up, toning up, trying to build my muscles up. It's one thing I've learnt with having this operation, the gastric bypass, is that you lose a lot of your strength and muscle that you had before. And when I could lift heavy things and cart them round, I can't do the same now, and I do struggle a bit out in the garden, not being able to pull roots of plants out, things that I used to take for granted that I could do. I just can't do that anymore, and I've got to rely on Chris to do a lot of heavy lifting. But however, that's just one of the downsides. But the upside of being able to have energy to be able to keep up with the world, not needing or wanting to have to sleep late in the afternoon because you're tired. Just feeling really good in yourself too is, yeah, it's actually quite, it's a different life I'm living now, totally different life. Yeah, so that's that. So I think I'll wrap it up here now because I don't really have anything else to say except Happy New Year to you all, and I'll crank this up, try and get this onto YouTube, and you'll start seeing more of me with the travels we do round in the new camper vans. So yeah, see you later and have a great new year. Bye.